to Much Ado About Some Shit, where every week Raimi tries to talk me into watching garbage television by walking me through a season of a thing.
Absolute garbage.
Absolute trash.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Raimi?
We are doing Love is Blind.
Oh, good.
Season 5.
Oh.
We're on 5 seasons of this.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Why do we keep doing this same shit?
Oh my God. No, this season, so we're only covering episodes 1 through 6. Do you remember the premise?
Yes. A lot of attractive people go into a partitioned space and can't see each other while they date. And then, oh, surprise, they're hot, but maybe one is slightly hotter than a different, or hot in a different way, and then it's terrible.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
You don't get to say anybody's name. I'm just giving them to you because we have a lot of people to.
Oh gosh, yeah, quite a few individuals.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So the way that this works, they're all in partitions, and we end up following certain people because of the connections that get made. So we've got Stacy.
Her mom's got it going on.
Yes, her mother does have it going on. We have Taylor.
It's me.
Yeah. We have Lydia.
Okay.
Uche.
Ooh, that's a fascinating name. I like it.
We have Aaliyah. And then we have Izzy. Short for Ismail, I believe. Ismail.
Okay. Izzy is a boy's name today.
Yes, it is.
Anything can be any gendered name.
Correct.
But if I heard Izzy, my brain, my 90s brain would be like, woman.
No, that's totally fair.
Is incorrect.
Yep.
Anyway.
JP, Milton, Chris, and Johnny.
And Johnny is a woman.
Okay,
so we have Johnny and Izzy.
Yep.
Neither are what you would expect upon hearing their names.
Yep. Out of these 10 people, one of them is younger, by quite a bit, 6-7 years younger than everybody else. Do you have any guesses as to who that person is?
I'm gonna guess Milton because he has a mustache.
What? I'm amazed you got that immediately. Yes, it's Milton.
Yeah.
Milton's 23. The rest of these people are 29, 30, 31.
Yeah, I mean, he looks young, but it's the hey, I got a mustache.
Yeah.
That read younger to me.
Totally fair.
I mean, wear them. Enjoy your lives, but...
Absolutely.
I saw you, Milton.
I see you.
It's like the kids in college who grow mutton chops just to try it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Damn.
Disgusting.
Everybody has their preference. Look, if I could grow facial hair, I would probably try all kinds of wild shit. Oh yeah, full beard.
Yeah.
Go all Jenna Marbles.
I don't know. I could see me just being because I'm already a very warm human being. It would just make me warmer, and I probably would hate it.
I'm freezing cold at all times, so a big old beard might help.
Yeah.
Like a built-in scarf.
Totally.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, why don't I actually read my notes?
Yeah.
Okay. So Lydia is the first person we kind of follow. She is a 30-year-old Puerto Rican geologist.
All right.
She meets Milton, who is is 23. That's
a tough sell to me, being 31 and meeting a 23-year-old.
Fair, yeah.
Just a baby.
Yeah. Milton is an engineer who also loves geology.
Okay.
They're
fresh out of college.
Yeah. They're first. So when the first dates that they ever do are just 10-minute interactions with everybody.
Sure.
So in their first 10-minute interaction, Milton is like, "You're a geologist? I have a polarizing microscope in my apartment." And is like, "What's your favorite kind of rock? Do you get this and this mixed up?" It's really funny. And
I love him. He's a little nerd.
He's such a nerd.
Oh, I want to hug him and protect him from this cruel world.
Fair. Okay, so we have also been playing Pokemon Go a lot.
Correct.
And fun fact, Milton is like a Pokemon champion, but is banned on certain servers, like certain US servers.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's fun.
All right. Aw, bless his heart. I just want to protect him and wrap him in a blanket.
Right. He's adorable.
That's so cute.
Izzy is a 29-year-old bald man.
Yeah. That happens sometimes.
Yes, absolutely. He's like, he talks about how he's pretty insecure about it.
Aw.
Like,
I mean, he wears it well.
Absolutely. No, he's a good-looking bald man.
Yeah, like, rock that shit.
Absolutely.
I guess when it's not a choice to look a certain way, though, that can be harder.
Totally. He's apparently also had, like, he tells this story about he's at a bar and he's wearing a hat and a girl, like, comes up to him and takes his hat off, which is just not okay.
No, don't touch people.
But she takes his hat off and she goes, ew.
Oh, fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that wouldn't help.
People are wild. Izzy has also been engaged before, so that's a little different. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, 29, sure.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was engaged at 22.
You got married in your 20s.
Yeah. Yeah.
You weirdo.
That was
anyway
25. Yep. Okay, so Johnny is like a 31-year-old lawyer.
Good for her.
Who has been married before.
Okay.
And has a history of dating men with addiction issues. Ooh. And her mother has straight up told her that, like, maybe you're not supposed to be in a relationship.
Damn.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
how? Yikes.
Wow. Some of my family asks me if I'm in a relationship literally every time I see them.
Gross.
I mean, yeah, most of them have given up at this point.
Good. As, you know.
I'm pushing 30 and the answer's been no for the last 3 decades. I think they've finally given up.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's...
So, yeah.
She's been married before.
Yes, yeah. She's a divorcee. So then we see Aaliyah and Uche, and they, like, hit it off immediately. They both love poetry, creative, but they're very, like... Uche is also a lawyer, but he's not a practicing lawyer.
Sure.
He has a software company.
Well, shit.
Right?
Sounds like he's doing fine.
Also, how do all of these... every single time on this show, they find people who are, like teachers and business owners. And, like, that's it.
Damn.
I've seen one person in the beauty industry in 5 seasons.
Look,
how
teacher and business owner is very marketable in the dating world.
Yeah, lucky. Yeah, so Uche and Aaliyah just hit it off immediately.
Nice. What does Aaliyah do?
Good question.
Oh.
It wasn't important enough to me.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. Gap in the notes.
Yep.
Gap in the notes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So Johnny starts getting close to... Do I have Chris on here?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I almost
He's
forgot about
unremarkable
Chris, like, 5 times.
anyway.
Yes.
Sorry, he looks like a perfectly nice guy.
I had to check that this was the right picture of him, like a couple times, because he looks so different from his side profile. It's the same thing as the ultimatum guys. Like, they do not look the same from the side, and I could not figure it out.
Wild.
Yeah. So Chris and Johnny get really close. Chris is 27.
Okay.
Fun, heavy spot if we get into it. Chris, like, immediately, they start talking about, like, when they lost their virginity. And Chris tells the real story of how he lost his virginity, which is sexual assault.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
Aww.
It's very upsetting and sad. And it also just, like, I know that a lot of people put a lot of bearing on your first time and virginity, but I was also just like, can we not? Like, virginity doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
Can we move on? But
yeah,
I get it. So
I mean, yeah, I do too. I even felt pressure to lose my virginity, even though I'm ace and didn't want to have sex.
No, absolutely.
But eventually, my brain was like, meh. But it took a lot of years.
Oh,
and
yeah.
when you're young and impressionable, it's hard.
For sure. Okay. Lydia tells Izzy that he's her number one. Soon after that, he breaks up with her.
Oh! Damn.
Because Izzy is having a more solid connection with Johnny and Stacy. So when Lydia goes back to the women's living quarters, she makes a beeline for Aaliyah.
What?
Just like immediately starts talking to her.
Okay.
This will become... People who have watched the season know why this is important information. It's important information for later. For us.
Okay.
Anyway. Taylor and JP also just like hit it off right away.
Them.
So that's fun. Aaliyah and Uche talk about deal breakers.
Sure.
Aaliyah says she hates liars.
Aw.
And then reveals that she cheated on a boyfriend 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well,
it gets worse. Uche is like kind of unsure if he can move past this.
Yeah,
he is like,
that's a scary thing.
And he's like, that's really recent. 2 years ago is like pretty recent. But he does acknowledge like, oh, she didn't have to be that honest with me.
Yeah, it sounds like she's trying to own up to it and do better. Like, maybe it was just a bad decision that she immediately regretted.
Yeah.
And, like, people can grow and change. So,
right? Yeah.
2 years is recent, but it's also not that recent when you're in your 20s.
And so Aaliyah also, like, stayed with her boyfriend that she cheated on 3 months after cheating on him.
Okay.
So, and, like, didn't tell him about it at all.
Gotcha.
Like, so Uche is just like...
Yeah, I'm not super comfortable with that.
Yeah.
But again, it was a couple years ago. You know, it's...
People do grow and change.
Yeah, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt for now.
Right, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that sucks, but it sounds like she's being very honest.
Right, yeah.
So, it's like she's trying to hold herself accountable.
Yeah.
So, I think that's...
And trying to be honest about it in this new relationship.
Yeah, I think that's a honest effort. That's commendable.
Totally. After Aaliyah says all of this and goes back to the living quarters, Lydia immediately, again, just right next to Aaliyah, and starts telling her how much she's like her and that Uche has stuff to, like, resolve on his own. So,
okay.
Again, just keep that in the back of your mind.
Okay.
I'm building up to a reveal for you.
I am Confucian. Onward.
So Lydia, after Izzy breaks things off with her, she starts spending more time with Milton.
Sure.
So
he's a cutie.
Yeah.
He likes rocks.
Yep. Yeah.
I feel like my immediate feeling towards him were very sisterly. It was like, oh, I want to wrap you in a blanket, a baby.
Yeah.
Do you want a cup of cocoa?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Just immediate big sister to Milton.
Totally. Fair enough.
Bless his heart.
JP then talks to Taylor about how his mother was pretty, like, emotionally abusive to his sisters.
Ooh.
And, like, his mother did not treat him that same way. And just like...
Oh, internalized misogyny.
Yeah. JP talks about how, like, a lot of times when you have trauma like that and you're really young, when you grow up, you feel very, like, guilty and have a lot of complicated feelings about, like, you were too young to do anything.
Right.
So
it's
he
a hard
talks
pill
about
to
that.
swallow.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
Facing your own helplessness, looking back with an adult's eyes at a child situation.
Totally.
Like,
yeah.
Because you want your adult brain to just morph into that and fix everything, but it's like you were a literal child.
You were, yep.
Yep.
Back to Uche and Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Uche apologizes for making Aaliyah feel judged and that he appreciates her being honest.
Okay. All right.
So they move past it.
All right. Like, I understand him having hang-ups there. I see both sides. I see both sides
Totally.
of this.
Yeah. And I mean, that's a shock when somebody's like, oh yeah, I've cheated before. Oof. Like, you gotta think about if that's a deal breaker.
Yeah, you gotta consider that.
Yeah.
But I think they both handled it very maturely.
Yeah.
He, you know, might have fumbled in the beginning, but he came back strong.
Totally. Yeah.
So good for him. All right. Okay.
Right.
Look, I love people being adults.
Yep.
I love when adults act like adults.
It's
anyway.
wild.
Absolutely fucking wild.
So Izzy tells Stacy that he doesn't feel like she's very open with him. Like, they have a really good time together. They laugh a lot, but they don't really, like, they don't dig deep. They don't, like, talk about deep stuff.
Okay. I mean, I get that. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, okay, but can we talk about real things also?
Exactly.
Because that's really important in a relationship.
Yeah.
Is to, like, at least start to get to know each other's real things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To know what you're in for.
Seriously.
And if it's something you're equipped for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Stacy says, trust me, basically.
Okay.
Is like, I know I might not, be totally open, but like, let me get there.
Okay.
Like, let's give it a little bit more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also fair.
Who the fuck is Mark? Sorry. I have a note here that says Mark tells Johnny he loves her. I think that's supposed to be Chris. I don't know where Mark came from.
Other generic white guy name.
Exactly. Oh, man. Chris, not Mark, tells Johnny that he loves her.
That seems alarmingly fast.
Yeah, just a lot.
Just yeah. Okay.
But
terrifying. All right.
Yeah. I feel like they need more therapy.
I mean, truly, if you're telling someone you barely know, aka a stranger, that you love them, no, you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
You might be in love with an idea, but you don't love this person. You don't
Right.
even know them yet.
Exactly.
Holy damn.
No, that's not a thing.
Nope. Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Okay.
So then, this is another fun moment of, why are you telling a stranger this?
Oh no.
Izzy tells Johnny about growing up Jehovah's Witness.
Tough.
Yes, and how, like, so Jehovah's Witness don't celebrate any holidays. Yeah,
no birthdays,
no
nothing.
nothing.
No
And
joy.
No joy. And I find it very difficult to find, like, the core beliefs of Jehovah's Witnesses, too.
Because they're a
It's
cult,
very
my
weird.
dear.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. No, did you know that none of their, like, houses of worship have windows?
I did not, and that's horrifying.
Yep,
Okay.
fun fact.
Yeah, no, you're not going to find info on them because they're a cult and
Right.
they want to
Well,
keep
but
their
I can
crazy
find plenty
shit.
of information on Scientology.
Yeah, well,
So-
they've had plenty of exposés.
Yeah,
There
true.
haven't been
And
any,
L.
like-
Ron Hubbard is an unhinged man who is dead, but still.
Unless
Unless.
Scientology was right. Anyway,
Well, he's on whatever planet that he
I
wants to
don't
be on.
want to talk about it anymore.
Okay. Izzy's telling Johnny about this story of Easter, and he got invited to this thing and was celebrating Easter with a friend, and his dad came out and was, like, super pissed about it. So Izzy ran away, like, to his cousin's house, and his cousin, like, Izzy is talking about, like, how frustrated he is about this situation, and Izzy's cousin is like, that's not your real dad, right?
What?
Yeah. Just, like, drops that on him.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing in the bank for this one.
Fair.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's a thing.
Okay. I think sharing that story is less intense than telling you somebody that you don't know that you love them.
Oh, absolutely. It's it's just a, like,
It's kind of a lot, but also, like, I could see it coming up.
totally.
Like, sometimes you tell strangers
Oh,
the
yeah.
wildest things. You know how I know this? I got one of them faces. I got one of them faces people tell everything to.
Oh, I'll drop some random shit on somebody, but I don't plan on seeing that person again.
Fair.
JP proposes to Taylor.
Whoa.
That's how this show works.
Oh, right.
You have to propose You spend a week in the pods, and at the end of it, you have, like, you can decide to not propose to anybody, but you can also decide to propose to somebody. And then the next day, you see them in person.
I forgot.
It's a sight unseen, baby. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm devastated. I forgot entirely about the proposals,
how this works.
and I'm
How
very
this works.
upset
And then they
to have been
spend-
reminded.
I feel like they did things different this season because usually it's broken up into weeks.
Okay.
But in this season, they only spend like 4 days in Mexico.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
And before I'm pretty sure it's been a week.
Budget issues. Yeah.
Well, and who knows, international travel and shit too.
Yeah.
So they go to a honeymoon, and then the next week, like 2 weeks, they spend in a shared apartment together.
Yeah.
And then they get married,
Oh, yeah.
or
right.
they say I don't, and
Yeah.
or break things off before then. But
Yeah.
the point is to get them to an altar.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ha 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 ha.
Right. So, Johnny breaks things off with, I put Mark here again. Now I'm questioning myself if it's Mark or Chris. I'll put Mark/Chris on there, or Chris/Mark, and then I'll, I don't know, pay more attention somehow. I watched these episodes twice. I don't know how I fucked up this bad.
It's one of those names, man.
I guess.
You've got like Uche and Izzy, JP, Johnny, Chris. And or Mark.
Right.
Anyway. Chris/Mark. Oh, I guess I'm not cutting that out. I guess we're...
Sorry, you have to keep that.
Yeah,
bit.
I've got to keep it.
Okay, so Johnny breaks things off with Mark/Chris. He's absolutely heartbroken because Johnny was his number one.
He said he loved her.
Yep.
Wild.
Yep.
Yeah, don't do that, man.
Yeah.
Don't.
Nope. Yeah. No. Johnny basically says that she thinks things would be easy with Chris/Mark. Mm-hmm. And that's why. Like, she knows how their life would be and all of that, and that's how things have been in the past, and she doesn't want that.
That's fair. Also, he said he loved you already.
Yep.
And boy, that'd get me running.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Johnny then tells Izzy that the only person she's ever loved, not the husband that she was married to and died of a drug overdose.
Okay, that kind of explains a lot about her dating patterns.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe she realized her ex-husband, it wasn't love. Maybe she realized that later. But
But
girl.
how could you, like, I cannot fathom going through with a marriage and a wedding and not loving that person.
Right? It's a hell of an undertaking.
So this kind of scares Izzy away.
Well, that's rough.
Yeah.
It sounds like she's not really in a place where she should be on this show.
No.
Or even dating right now.
But she's 31.
Oh, no.
She's gonna die soon.
Yes.
No.
I mean, if we go by the Middle Ages, she is near death.
Yeah.
People only live to about 40.
Exactly. She's only got like 9 to 10 years left.
Yeah,
maybe.
at most.
Exactly. She's
Yeah.
got to get
the
in
plague.
there.
If the plague doesn't get her.
The rats. Okay. Johnny goes back to the women's living quarters and starts talking to a bunch of the women, and then says that she doesn't think that Izzy will be happy with Stacy, even though that's kind of like that's Izzy's other connection.
Okay.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
These bitches get worse. I'm just gonna warn you about that.
Oh no.
Yeah, it gets.
I mean,
bad.
I could see it being said in like coming from a good place, it's still something you should...
Like, maybe don't say out loud.
Maybe don't say...
When you're being filmed and this person is going to see this footage.
Oh, she didn't say it to her?
No.
Okay, that's not great then.
Yeah.
I thought that maybe they were having a conversation
No.
and she was, like, trying to gently, like... No.
No.
Okay.
No, she tells some other girls, I don't think that Izzy will be happy with Stacy. I don't think Izzy is ready to get married. Because he just signed a lease on a new place. He told me he doesn't have good credit. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let her worry about that, hon.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. If you think all of that, you can just make a blanket statement of, I don't think Izzy should be getting married. Not Izzy won't be happy with Stacy. You don't have to bring Stacy into it.
Yeah, damn.
That being said, next episode we will not be on Stacy's team, most likely. Anyway, so Taylor and JP meet for the first time. Mm-hmm. And Taylor kind of talks about how she wasn't expecting JP's appearance. She had a dream
Oh, God.
of, like, a guy. So she, had kind of gotten in her head about it. So... yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah, not great. Drama. Okay. Sorry, I just realized that I put Mark instead of Chris again.
Do we need to Google who this guy is?
Maybe. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I'll figure it out by the next episode.
Oh my god.
So, Johnny asks to see Chris Mark again. And Chris Mark agrees because he's just excited to talk to Johnny no matter what.
Chris Mark.
Yeah. Chris Mark, have more respect.
Yeah, come
for
on,
yourself.
Guy. What's your deal, man?
Right?
Work on your self-worth a bit.
Exactly.
That-
That's what all of these people honestly need to do.
Truly. This. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's excited just to talk to her. So Johnny kind of makes a plea, is like, I'm so sorry. I think I got caught up in what I thought I wanted instead of what I need. Mm-hmm. And, like, I know exactly what I would, how our life would look like, blah, blah, blah. And Chris Mark is like, okay, I hear you, but, like, I need to think about it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Uche tells Milton that he doesn't have to propose to anybody.
Yeah.
And then Aaliyah
Big
talks...
brother energy.
Yes. We'll get to it.
Oh, okay. I want them to be supportive of sweet baby Milton.
I know. The way...
He's a sweet baby.
So they're sitting at a table, and it's Uche and Milton and, like, two other guys we don't care about.
Sure.
And Uche is like, I think I know who all your number ones are. And he's like, I think for you it's Miriam. I think for you it's this person. And Milton, for you, I think it's Lydia. And they're kind of like, yeah. And Milton kind of is like, I don't really want to talk about it. Like, I want to,
sure.
I don't want to have this conversation with y'all because, like, you guys might be dating Lydia. Like, I just want to keep that to myself.
Yeah.
So, and Uche is like, okay, we'll drop it. That's fair.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That seems
it's
fine.
a little bit of a weird moment. But
weird moment, but also, like, I don't see any bad intentions here.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, Uche is like, you don't have to propose to anybody.
Yeah. Protect the sweet baby and his microscope.
Yeah.
I love him. Anyway.
And then we see Aaliyah talking to Lydia about how much she loves Uche. And
already on to love?
What?
Love?
Yep.
Okay.
And Aaliyah's, like, scared about it. She's like, it's really scary to, like, trust somebody. I've been hurt and I don't want to be hurt again. And Lydia's, like, pretty blank about it. Like, she's like, I know, like, it would suck, like, but is just kind of, like, staring off into the distance. It's a weird moment. So we'll get to it. Oh,
hasn't Lydia been approaching her? And now
somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
But it's very clear that Aaliyah and Lydia have a very good friendship.
Okay.
Like, they both seem to like a lot of the same things. So
sure.
yeah. Yep. And part of this weirdness is because Uche finally tells Aaliyah that he has dated somebody else in the pods before. And this kind of catches Aaliyah off guard because it is Lydia. Uche and Lydia have dated outside of the pods. Yeah. And we see their first 10-minute interaction that happens. They air it. And basically what happens is Uche comes in and he's like, hi, like, my name is Uche. Who am I speaking to? And Lydia says, fuck. Like, that's her first word out of her mouth. And he's like, I wasn't expecting that kind of an answer.
Yeah.
And Lydia is like, my name is Lydia. You know me outside of here. And it takes him a while to figure it out. And Lydia has a very thick Puerto Rican accent.
Okay.
Too. So, like, I kind of get it, but he's like, he doesn't figure out who it is for a minute. And Lydia's like, this is your first and last name. You're a lawyer. You have a software company. You have this kind of car. Your favorite color's blue.
Whoa.
Like, all of this stuff. And he's just like, doesn't realize. And then she's finally like, I love Kobe. And he's like, oh, you're Lydia. Like, that's wild. Kobe is his dog. Kobe, whatever. Kobe Bryant.
Puppy.
Yes. And Lydia is like, maybe this is a sign. Like, should we start from zero? And Uche is like, well, the experiment is already gone because we know what each other looks like.
Right.
So they basically decide, like, they're not going to talk.
Okay.
So, but this does catch Aaliyah really off guard. And she wants to, like, speak to Lydia.
Yeah.
And she's like, of course, like, the woman that I've grown closest to in here, like, is your ex. Like,
yeah.
And she's like, I would never do something like this, like, in the real world. So, like, this is weird.
Yeah. Well, that's so complicated.
Right? Yeah. It's a lot.
Okay.
We'll talk more about it in 2 seconds because I just have to say the sentence. Izzy proposes to Stacy.
Okay.
Yep. Because they have fun together.
Good for them.
Yeah.
All right.
So Lydia tries to, like, reassure Aaliyah about her and Uche. There's nothing there.
Sure.
Like, we're done. And Lydia just ends up just, like, word vomiting everything to Aaliyah. Is like, his car's beautiful, his house is gorgeous, you're gonna love it, his dog is so sweet, I bought him this special bone. Like, just telling him telling Aaliyah everything.
Whoa.
And Aaliyah is like, I don't want to know all of that. And
does she say that?
she does, rather quietly, and only once. But still, like, you watch it, and it's the same thing as that moment when Aaliyah was like, I love Uche. And Lydia's just like, absolutely blank. It's the same thing, but opposite here. Aaliyah is just like totally blank, and Lydia is like, yeah, this is all of the stuff he has. He's a workaholic. Like,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's a yikes.
Let her date the man.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Is she not over him?
We'll get to it. Lydia, in all of this word vomit, also ends up telling Aaliyah that they were together as little as 3 months prior.
What?
Yeah.
And he couldn't figure out which Lydia this was?
Right? Yeah.
Do you think she's lying?
So that is something that they talk about. So let me find it. Oh, weird.
If they were together 3 months ago, why doesn't he know that? Why doesn't he have a person associated with the name Lydia?
Right, yeah. It's
locked and loaded in his head.
It's weird. Yeah, because... So, Uche and Aaliyah talk about it, and they're like... They get to on the same page. They're like, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure at this one, she says to him, like, till death do us part. Like, they get to a good point.
Is this before or after her conversation with Lydia?
This is after her conversation with Lydia. She then goes back to Uche and is like, you know, she told me a lot of things that I didn't really want to know because I want to get to know you, but, like, I'm scared. Like, and Aaliyah says, like, what if, you know, you were with her 3 months ago? Did she see an email, like, that you were going to be on this show and decide to apply for it? Yeah. So, yeah, Aaliyah puts that out there that, like, maybe this is all an orchestration from Lydia.
I mean, the odds of them just happening to end up seem pretty astronomical, but
a little bit. I
don't know.
So the way that they do these, each season is in a different location.
Yeah.
So,
but still,
they've done it in Chicago. They've done it in, I think, Dallas. This season is in Houston, Texas. I'm pretty sure they did it in Georgia. Atlanta was the first season. So, like, they do pick from the same, like, area.
Okay.
So while it's very unlikely, but it is possible.
Okay.
So
that's wild, and I don't know what to feel right now. I feel a general ick sense somewhere.
Yep.
I'm uncomfy.
Yeah. It's bad.
Okay.
So yeah, but they do decide to, like, move forward, basically.
Okay. Is she still, like, friends with Lydia?
It seems that way, because the whole time...
Even though she's thinking that Lydia stalked him onto this show?
Oh, yeah, that's what it seems like, because Aaliyah is like, Lydia's going to be a great aunt to my kids one day.
Whoa.
And Uche is like, yeah, she's an amazing woman. And that's part of why, like, I knew that I couldn't give her what she needed at the time. And that's why we broke up.
Okay.
So it's a weird, weird situation.
Very.
Yeah. After they decide, you know, they're going to move forward and everything will be fine, Milton proposes to Lydia.
Okay.
The way that they interact makes me really uncomfortable.
Oh no.
Sometimes.
Oh no.
Because they'll like tease each other. Like, I tease my husband about our age all the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm a whole 3 weeks older than him.
Oh yes.
But I don't know, the way that they interact sometimes, it just, like, is really off-putting to me. Like, he teases her about not speaking English well. He says stuff like, proposing to her says, "Will you be my Puerto Rican wife?" It's just, there's weird interactions. I don't know.
Yeah. Look, if he were white, I'd have a bigger problem with that.
Okay. I couldn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not entirely kosher, but at least it's not a white guy saying that.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
It's different.
It could be a fetishization.
Could be.
But it doesn't look as bad.
Yeah. The optics are better.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It's not a great sentiment, but yeah, the optics of it are better.
Yeah. Still awkward, but not a white guy doing it. So it's automatically better.
Yep. It's weird. Okay. So Uche goes to propose to Aaliyah, and he is met with an empty room.
What?
Aaliyah has left the experiment. Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah. He goes back to the men's living quarters, and he's like, something must have happened. I have to have missed something, because, like, we were good.
Yeah.
We didn't. One of the guys is like, did she express doubt? And he's like, no, she didn't express doubt at all. And before they were, like, at a good place, she did in fact express doubt. Oof. Which is why I'm frustrated with Uche for this.
Yeah. Short-term memory.
Yeah.
Only the most recent thing counts.
Totally. And I too, like, I understand, you know, they did get to a good spot before the doubts. So,
yeah. that, but gosh, I feel like she was kind of trapped on both sides there.
Right, yeah.
In this weird exes
Yeah.
stuff. Because you mentioned Lydia, like, going right for her a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. One of the guys does mention, they're like, what could have happened? And someone is like, well, I mean, Aaliyah saw Lydia get proposed to. Did she think that was you and not Milton? And Uche is like, no, I don't think that would have been a thing. I don't think that's a thought. Yeah. So, but, doubt and spiraling, baby.
And spiraling happened.
Yeah.
And, like you said, she and Lydia were becoming, like, good friends. Mm-hmm. And then to have this whole thing and then find out, like, oh, we were together 3 months ago. And then think, oh, my friend just sought me out because I'm seeing this guy. Did she just get on the show to be near him?
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you think you've made this friend on this show where you're alone, and then you find out maybe some crazy shit was happening.
Exactly.
Potentially crazy was going on.
Exactly. Who knows? Yeah.
Who knows?
It's fun.
Yeah.
So, Uche is doing, like, a talking head. Mm-hmm. And one of the producers asks, like, if I can get Aaliyah on the phone, would you like to talk to her? Because they, like, the producers don't know anything beyond she wanted to leave the experiment.
Yeah.
So they call Aaliyah, and she picks up, and Uche and Aaliyah have this argument over the phone.
Oh, God.
About, Uche is like, you let, one girl, you had like 24 hours that you had to be in a room with this girl, and you couldn't stick it out. Like, are you even thinking of me? And Aaliyah is like, it's a cage. Like, we're in a cage together. Like,
yeah, Uche, not the move here, bud.
No.
She was in a weird spot and could have used some more support, probably.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a yikes.
I want, like, God, did they interact further after that? And
we'll see.
You're wiggling your eyebrows.
I have a note.
Okay.
Yeah. And Uche is all frustrated that Aaliyah let Lydia get to her.
I mean, I understand that he's frustrated. I don't think it's
but
unreasonable.
I understand Aaliyah.
But I also totally understand Aaliyah. Like,
absolutely.
Oof.
So we have 3 couples. Stacy and Izzy, Taylor and JP, and Lydia and Milton all go to Mexico.
Wow. Oh, did Chris Mark end up not proposing to Johnny?
No, that did not happen. Oh, how did I miss some of these? Because I missed the conversation of Uche and Aaliyah, and I missed the Chris Mark and Johnny conversation. So they go in to talk, and Chris Mark says, like, I really liked you, and I would love to choose you, but I have to choose me.
Good. Yes.
Love to see it.
Good. Work on that self-esteem,
they
sweet baby.
do not make a proposal.
Okay,
so.
Good.
Yes.
It wouldn't have been a good one.
No.
All right.
So, in Mexico, Lydia is still kind of questioning Milton's age.
Okay. 23 is young.
Yeah. She's like, she had kind of gotten past it, but then, like, seeing him was kind of like, oh, like, yeah, you're young. I mean,
spotted him in this crowd. I believe it, but look at his little baby face.
Right,
and
yeah.
Sweet little early 20s mustache.
He's 6'7".
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Big little brother.
Yeah, yes.
Milton, if you want a big sis, I'll be your big sister. I want to be your friend. I'll make you cocoa.
Fair. So, yeah, we see that. And then we see Taylor is kind of worried about JP because JP has gotten very quiet since they met.
Oh.
So, yeah, this worries her.
Not great.
No. I mean, he's a pretty quiet dude, but, like, And
there's a difference.
Yeah, like when you've just been talking through a wall and you've like told this person all of your like insecurities and trauma and shit, and then you're
faced with them
face to face. Yeah, like I'm sure that's a weird experience.
I'm sure.
So
I've had internet friends before. I get it.
Yeah. So, also, Izzy and Stacy be fucking.
Okay, good for them.
Yep. So, Taylor says that she's mentioned to JP, hey, you're really quiet, like,
What's going
it's
on?
a little difficult. Yeah. But on day 3, they finally, like, have a conversation. And JP basically says that the amount of makeup that she was wearing just made him feel different about her.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck?
She's like, I'm going to wear makeup. I do it for me. I don't do it for you. Like,
no.
Yes, I wanted to look my best for you, and I wanted to feel my best. And so in order to feel my best, I put makeup on.
Sure.
To feel my best. Like,
sure.
And he's like, no, I just think, like, I think he basically, he doesn't say it in as many words, but he's basically like, I feel like you catfished me.
What?
A little bit. Yeah. He's like, I like you better without the makeup. Like, and am I going to see like a different face every day?
What?
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, throw the whole man away.
That's for real.
This feels like the mean shit his mom would say to his sisters.
Absolutely.
Coming out of his mouth.
Absolutely. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, so JP is a firefighter. Nothing wrong with firefighters.
Yeah, we like them. Thanks for fighting for fires.
Yes.
We just might not like this individual one.
Yes. And he's very patriotic. And that is also fine. But, like, everything he owns is red, white, and blue, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of has different connotations
Exactly.
these days.
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Right. I had a fight with somebody recently. Not recently. It's, like, last 6 to 9 months. And, they were like, I'm proud of being American, but I can't put an American flag up. And I was like, I'm not proud of it.
No.
Like, I do not understand how you could be proud of the United States when the land of the free, when so many people are not fucking free at all here.
Yeah.
Like,
let's not open that can of worms, because we could go on that for hours on end.
That's my tiny soapbox about that.
Yep.
So
we have some problems. Anyway.
yes, the U.S. is fucked, baby.
We're
a lot of other places are also fucked.
But
at least y'all have universal health care.
Oh, yep. Anyway.
The next day, which is the final day in Mexico, Taylor ends things with JP. She's like, I don't think this is going to work.
No, absolutely not.
So
sounds like you took some of the mean things your mom would say about women to heart. And nope, you really need to work on that, JP.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Makeup should not make or break a relationship.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
No. Yeah. That's messed up.
Okay. Yeah. Get fucked. Well, get therapy.
Yes. Yes.
Because hot damn, that's a mess, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's fun.
Okay.
So, back in Houston, Milton's roommate says absolutely wonderful things about Milton.
Aw.
The guy even lies to Lydia and says that the Playboys are his and not Milton's. They're sitting on a countertop.
He has physical porn.
Which I love, personally.
Bless his heart.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, big little brother.
But you see a little fist bump between when Lydia's looking away. It's kind of adorable, but also like, you better tell that to your soon-to-be wife before she watches it on TV, baby.
But that's also really funny.
It's really
and cute.
Funny. Yeah. So, it's fun.
Oh.
Izzy is very excited to move into Stacy's house. Stacy has been renovating a home and making it hers.
Yeah.
So he's very excited to like share this space with her.
Sure.
But Stacy is really unsure about like how Izzy fits into her home.
I get it. It's tough when you've like done especially if she's renovating to make it hers.
Exactly.
She wasn't prepared for theirs.
Yes. Yep.
And that's a mental shift.
Absolutely.
And I totally understand that taking a bit.
Yep. He also, so in Stacy's house, they have a conversation about money and how they want to do things.
Sure.
Izzy wants to like split expenses.
Sure.
Izzy wants to split things, you know, house bills, dinners, stuff like that. Stacy is like, well, the man should be buying dinners.
Okay.
And like, it's weird.
I don't know about that, Stacy.
Yeah.
That's a little outdated.
Yeah. So Stacy is like a little put off
Like,
by him wanting to split expenses.
I mean, like, take turns or something.
Right,
Like,
yeah. So, yeah. That's
right.
where Stacy's current problem with Izzy is. Aaliyah and Uche meet up outside in the real world.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's all we see for this episode.
That's okay.
We'll talk about it
That's okay.
in the
Hey,
next episode.
I get it. I get both of their perspectives.
Yeah.
So
well, and they want to, like, Uche wants to talk it out and maybe see if this can work. And I think Aaliyah
like
is
outside at the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Aaliyah is kind of on the same page, but
Yeah.
you know,
Just had to get out of that environment and
totally.
the possible whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that's Love is Blind. That's like episodes 1 through 6.
We will be back next week with the latter half,
Yes.
part 2,
Yeah.
the final boogaloo
Oh.
of this season
Yes,
of
yeah.
Love is Blind.
Mhm.
And whatever buffoonery that brings.
And it's a lot.
I believe it. All right.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Special shout out to our patrons, Emma, Florence, and Meg. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate you. We
Yes.
appreciate everyone for listening.
Yeah.
And we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.